Hello and welcome to Stagehand Learning. Today we're going to discuss things about the first day. We'll cover a little bit about paperwork, things to expect, and a few different roles. Every gig is different and we could never cover everything, but this should have you somewhat prepared. No matter what kind of company you're working for, unless it's cash under the table, you're going to be asked to provide identification. Generally it's two forms, a driver's license and a social security card are the most common, but you can also just bring a passport. If they are going to withhold taxes or W-2 you will need to fill out a W-4 employee withholding and an I-9 employment eligibility. That's where you need your identification forms because they should ask for copies. If they are going to 1099 you or not withhold taxes, meaning that you're going to have to deal with all of those taxes at the end of the year, then you fill out a W-9, which is a request for taxpayer identification. But again, you still have to provide forms of identification that adhere to the I-9 recommendations. A few different roles on site is the on-site lead or steward. This is the person you check in and out with, the person that deals with any issues you may be having on site. They're also going to tell you your department or who you're working with. And then you've got your crew lead or your department lead. This is the person that's actually telling you what to do. They'll tell you what pieces of equipment to move where, hang where, and then you've got the stagehand and the rigger, the people who are actually doing the labor. On a job site, there will be multiple departments that complete the entire show. There will be electrics or lighting, the audio or sound crew, carpentry, which is the scenic elements, building stages, stuff like that, rigging, the people who hang all of the motors, backline, band gear, video wall or projection screens, and then pushers, the people who move the stuff to and from the trucks, and the loaders who actually unload it from the truck. People in our industry are considerably different than most industries. We bring together a lot of different types of work, which brings together an even broader range of personalities. This is really awesome. It can also be really trying for some people. Just remember that we're all there to get the show up and running so that we can all get paid. Sometimes you just have to grin and bear it. Other times you need to go say something. If you ever truly feel uncomfortable or unsafe, you need to say something to your steward, to your lead, to everybody, if that's what makes you feel more comfortable. And then this group is really tight knit. It's hard to get in, but once you're in, it is a really, really great group of people. Some general terms about the day is load in or setting all the equipment up, loading out, taking all the equipment down. Deck call or show call, that's when you're working during the performance, usually changing what is on stage. Spot call, working on a spotlight, essentially a giant flashlight on a stick, as is featured in the corner there. And then gig is a really common word that we use for a job, an event, anything. If we're working, it's a gig. I have a whole nother video, personal tools, that covers things to bring to a job site. This is just the basic list. Always bring a C-wrench and a multi-tool. If you forget everything else, have a C-wrench and a multi-tool. Also, make sure that you are aware of where you're putting your stuff on site. It's not ever pleasant when your stuff gets up and walks away. Safety is everyone's responsibility. If you see something, say something, whether it's a physical danger or about somebody who showed up messed up. Doesn't matter if it's legal or not. If you are a danger, you should not come to work. This is a very fast-paced industry. We've got to watch out for each other. It is far too easy to be taken out by someone who's not paying attention or by not paying attention yourself. One thing that we pride ourselves on is how little sleep we've got, and we have got to change that. Sleep is important. Showing up tired, overly tired, can be even worse than showing up drunk. If you don't have the rest, call off. Thanks for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed the content and that it was useful for you. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.